Order, please. We'll now resume with the Honourable Minister of Lands and Forestry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I can tell you...
Order, please. The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. On a point of order, it's been entertaining to listen to the Minister's discussion tonight about facts and integrity and truth. But I do want to go back to something that I asked the Minister earlier this evening to table some documents, which we haven't seen that. We've heard some references to it, but I'm just reading from the Minister's own words at second reading. And the Minister said, all of the comments around consultation, I believe, are inaccurate. On a future day, as a matter of fact, I will provide in writing to this House and table those consultations, where they happened and with whom and at what dates and times they occurred. This will come forward. And now here, Mr. Speaker, we still, here we are at the kind of the end of the closing of the debate. These still haven't been tabled. We've heard lots of references to them. And so we can only, when we speak about integrity and truth and facts, because facts do matter, I think we need to be mindful of the simple fact that this bill took a very odd path, and between
order, please. What is the member's point of order?
A point of order just on the breach of the procedures of the House. But so I would like to if I could just explain why I believe there's a point of order. And we have to think about the course that this bill took from being tabled to being dramatically changed before the Law Amendments Committee. And I want to reference the Premier's own words at the time of changing the bill.
Order, please. What if the member has a point of order on the procedures? The Minister still has time allotted for his comments, which would give him ample time to table any documents that he's referenced. So again, what is the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition's point of order?
Yeah, and specifically the point of order is that the Minister has made an assertion to the House, which I can read again from second reading, that he would table all the comments around consultation. He says... Order,
please. Can the member precisely point out what the point of order is that he's trying to get at? Because if it's asking for the Minister to table the documents, the Minister has not yet done its remarks, and you're engaging in debate, which the Honourable Member has had his chance for debate. The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition. And
specifically, of course, we want to see those documents tabled, but we also want to make sure that the Minister understands what consultation is, because we're not looking for...
Order, please. I haven't heard anything relevant to a point of order yet. So, the Honourable Minister of Lands and Forestry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and it's a pleasure to rise once again. I will indeed table all that I've spoke to this evening. I will table the Hansard, even though it's already in the record. I will table the comments as I've written them from statements tonight that were made. I think it is relevant, Mr. Speaker. The facts do matter in this House when you get on your feet to talk about any issue, whether it's Bill 4 or some other bill. We don't always have to agree, Mr. Speaker. We don't always have to agree, but it is important that the facts are presented as such when you speak in this House. That is an issue of privilege, Mr. Speaker. In my personal opinion, one that I will leave to you as you probably further consider what has taken place tonight, and others may rise and talk to this, but I have the last word as Minister. That's procedure of this House, Mr. Speaker. I don't need to remind you of that, but you can remind me if you like, and other members. That is the procedure, I believe. Your quote was, if I recognize the Honourable Minister to close debate, and so on, Mr. Speaker, and I have risen. And I move, Mr. Speaker, at this hour to close debate, of which I will table my remarks that I referred to earlier, my comments and things as I said I would, but I move to close debate on Bill number 4, the Biodiversity Act.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just a point of privilege, given the Minister's comments tonight about the integrity of myself, my caucus members. I think the reality is that the minister keeps referring to these extensive consultations and goes so far as to say that there were in fact consultations. I think what we're talking
Order,
about.
please. What is the member's point of privilege? The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Sorry, the point of privilege is that the minister has made a bunch of comments and assertions about our caucus and that we've been misleading Nova Scotians was the exact words of the minister. The minister said that that the comments of, and he referenced a bunch of my colleagues, were misleading Nova Scotians. And I want to speak to that specifically because I do believe that is a relevant point of privilege. And specifically, the minister talked about, and the discussion is around consultations and whether or not consultations happen. And the minister made some references to a member of our caucus meeting with staff at Lands and Forests and having a back and forth. Well, Mr. Speaker, that's not public consultation.
Order, please. Order, please. I haven't heard anything that constitutes a point of privilege, but rather a disagreement of facts. The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. This was clearly an effort to waste time. This was not about a point of order. He repeated the same things. The member knows full well this is not a point of privilege. He needs notice for a point of privilege. There's a motion on the floor, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to consider that motion now, please.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I think the Government House Leader is a little misunderstanding of the rules on whether or not to put something in writing for a point of privilege. I've listened intently to the minister's discussion tonight, and I listened to him time after time after time accuse members of my caucus and myself of misleading Nova Scotians about whether there was consultations or not. We did not, and we have not, of course, misled Nova Scotians. As a point of fact, it's the minister who agreed to table documents about consultations and hasn't. And furthermore, Mr. Speaker, the minister is using a very loose interpretation of what consultations are. So
Order,
for the minister,
please. This is not a point of privilege. This is a disagreement of facts. We're now going to entertain the motion that's on the floor. Would all those in favor of third reading of Bill number 4, the Biodiversity Act, please indicate aye. Contrary minded, nay. The motion is carried. Will the clerk now read the title of the bill?
Bill number 4, an act to provide for the conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity in Nova Scotia.
Order that the bill do pass and the title be as read by the clerk. Order that the bill be engrossed. The Honourable Government House Leader.
Good, Mr. Speaker. That concludes government business. We'll meet again tomorrow, Wednesday, the 14th, April 14th, between the hours of 12 noon and 11:59 p.m. With tomorrow being opposition business, I'd like to invite the Deputy House Leader for the Opposition to provide us with business. Following opposition time, the government's business will include the Committee of the Whole on Supply and Subcommittee, as well as second readings of 98, 103, and 105.
The Honourable Deputy House Leader for the Official Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, following the daily routine and question period, official opposition business will include Bill number 133, Local Health Act, and Bill 99, Access for Everyone.
Would all those in favor of the motion to adjourn please indicate aye? Aye. Contrary minded, nay. Aye. Motion is carried. The House now stands adjourned until tomorrow at 1 p.m.